What's happening, people? So the game's changed. Your personality might be the reason why you could just change your whole life with your content. Yeah, the content what you put out today, yeah, it changes your whole narrative on how you look at stuff, right? We all talk about content, maybe some with what scrolled by or we're watching right now, yeah. But you don't think to yourself that off of your personality, yeah, you can build an audience. Off of your audience, yeah, you can build connections with people, but also build brand deals and other lucrative things for yourself. I've done it, so I can only talk about it, innit? So I think in the early days, yeah, of like me calling myself or saying that I'm a content creator, yeah, I would say to myself, that shit sounds a bit lame. It sounds a bit corny. It sounds a bit for the younger generation. But do you know what? If you're here right now, you're obviously involved in what's going on right now, socially, and you obviously care about it, right? And I see a lot of people with potential because I've been in it for like 10 years, yeah, but I haven't been fully committed myself for 10 years. I could only say I've fully committed myself for about 3 years because I work, I have a full-time job, and I've started this content creating, not knowing where it was going to go, but hoping for some good things to happen from it. That's all I've been doing. And just really living in the moment as well. I don't really talk about loads of stuff what I do because I know that you shouldn't share all your plans. So I try not to. I try and share the ones which I know what definitely matter to my community. But when I see so many people with the potential to be able to lock in, and you might be a person who could lock in, but what you've not done is you've not given yourself a chance to be able to say, what am I going to do on here? What you're going to do on here is you're going to be yourself. You know, me being myself on my own platform has allowed me to get over 500 subscribers to my channel. Just me being myself and just talking and having conversation because people have understood what page I'm on, what wave I'm on, how I'm going with things, how we're going to grow together. And they want to connect. So connecting is pressing that subscribe button, which I expect most of you lot to do, which is subscribing to the journey so you can understand where we're going with it. And the things I learn, I tell to people straight away. Not because I'm a tell it all, because there's not a lot of time in life to waste on things which we can all pick up on and which we can see happening around us, but nobody tells you about it. Do you get it? Like when I was starting this journey on the YouTube, yeah, no one was telling me how to make interactive videos or content which was going to build my community. They were just saying you need to make long form content. And again, I'm used to making short form content. Again, I know that people start with the main fear, which is my voice. I don't like how I look on camera. I don't like how I sound. Believe me, there isn't that many people watching when you start. So it's not going to be that daunting, yeah? And even if you do, you got to understand you're yourself. Everybody's got this like little unique selling point about them, whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? You might be super hood, you might just be funny, you might just be good looking, or you might just be a person who aesthetically looks good. Me, I'm ticking a lot of the boxes. I know what you're saying. Jay looks like, yeah. All right, calm down. But what I'm saying to you is that a lot of people possess this and want to tap into this, how it's done, but there's only practice what takes to be able to get good at something, yeah? And it's just like doing like I done martial arts, so doing martial arts and practicing how to get good at something and then being able to go out to competitions and perform. Do you get it? So let's say my long form videos, yeah, have been able to outperform some of the short form videos, what I was doing, because I'm now putting more process into the videos, but I'm also thinking like someone who wants to view a video. Do you understand what I mean? Before, when I first started, I was making videos which I thought people would want to view, which was a weird place to be, if you get what I mean. I'm thinking, what are they wanting? But we're not connecting enough, and I'm not understanding what the audience wants enough to be able to get the feedback from it. But that is important, but that comes with time. But I would definitely tell people, if you're thinking about starting your journey, yeah, get on with it. I'm not saying to get on with it as like, oh, just press record. Think about what you're doing, yeah? Because every plan with structure comes together nicely. Do you understand? When someone's like in war and they want to attack someone and they don't tell them, that's the good attack. You get it? So that's how you have to move about with your content, because 99% of the people that know me in real life, they don't even follow me. They don't watch my stuff. They don't care. They don't say anything to me. Again, I don't say nothing to them about it because it's not something I'm trying to promote with them, right? Because they know me as like the in-person person, right? Which is okay. Again, everyone is not going to support your dream when you first start. When I first started, definitely didn't get the type of views what I get today, but I'm grateful that I've stuck at it and been able to build and hold people's attention, right? And that's what you must learn. I think if you want to do this YouTube thing, is you must learn about, it's about retention and keeping people locked in so you can tell what you need to tell without drawing them away and not giving them the good part. So one thing I learned was about telling a good story. So if you can have a start, middle, and an end, right? And then you can say whatever you want in between. But when you get good at it, you can obviously do it with more dramatic and more feeling. And that way people probably feel things more passionately about what you're saying. But for most of my people who are getting on this journey and not knowing where to start, your first bit of content is you. See me, I am so unique to everybody else because they couldn't have lived the same life as me. It's impossible. Do you get it? Like, we could all tell stories about life and tell stories about where we've been, or you could tell stories about how you're going to continue and building a community. Building this community has been hard for me because I'm in a niche topic. Like, not everybody wants to see a plumber. Not everybody wants to hear what a plumber's got to say. But I'm a person first. So why am I thinking about myself just like a plumber, right? So I talk about day-to-day things, but also I have still got my plumbing content on my page for people to watch, which I regularly release as well. So I don't starve them from anything which they want, but I explore other things. And I've been exploring this, talking about subjects and issues, things people go through in their 30s, whether it's doubt, stress, all of these types of things which play on your mind. I'm even going to do one on about buying a house because I think that's something which you definitely must touch in on. But I've realized that I'm able to just connect with people because we all think about the same things, you know, pretty much. It's just who gets there and says it first, if you get what I mean. I mean, I spoke to one of my followers, really good guy, had a good chat with him. And we connected. So he asked me what was my mission for like my YouTube and stuff like that. And I said, it's definitely to teach people things which I've learned because I understand how powerful knowledge is, yeah? And I understand that holding back on it on people doesn't help you in any type of way. I think if you share and show your growth as a person, yeah, people tend to connect with you more because we all want to grow in some type of way. Me, I want to read more books. I want to get a little bit more smarter, a lot more smarter. I shouldn't say a little bit, a lot more smarter. Work on my health, work on my fitness, and being a better person and saving money. So all of those things, what I want to do, I'm going to incorporate on my channel because I feel that it's a growth thing for all of us, right? And when you see a better polished version of yourself, yeah, you can only be proud. You can only look yourself in the camera and say, I'm me that. I'm me that. And at the end of the day, I feel that the more practice you get at being a content creator, at opening the door to like letting your personality shine through, yeah, you will see a growth within your community, because you'd understand that there's a majority of people that like that. You know, there's a majority of people that are gonna like the content which I'm going to be pumping out this year. They're gonna like the international content which I've got planned on this channel this year. They're gonna love it because they're gonna see that not only am I just taking it further, I'm talking about the things what I want to do before and making sure I execute them. So there's a vision board, there's a goal, and there's a plan. And I feel that that's way more effective than hoping and wishing. Don't get me wrong. In my first days of starting content, I just used to make content. I just think like as the many videos I can make, that's the better. Put out videos, keep putting out videos. But where did it get me? It got me a couple thousand followers, but it really started this year. And I say it really started this year because we got to that point of monetization, which is a big thing for me. And I like to say thank you all for watching my videos, logging in, tuning in, and just showing me the level of support, really, which this is what you ask for from the internet. And when you receive it, I must give back even more, because we're now going on a journey now together, which makes me smile, because I've always seen people go on this YouTube, social media content journey. And when you document it for yourself, yeah, you see how far you've come. You know, if you look up some of my early videos, I might even not even be looking at the camera, I'm looking away, but I'm talking, because you're not thinking about how someone sees or views you, yeah? You're just trying to do it, but do it in a way which makes you probably feel comfortable. I get it. Like, growing self-confidence in this stage, especially even now, like I'm filming on my own, there's nobody here. So all of this atmosphere and how I'm talking to you, it has to be all natural. It can't be made up. I've realized that with my mental health, the way I feel, the way I'm thinking, it affects me making content and being able to say, I want to be in a happy, jolly mood for you guys to see me and smiling. I might not feel like that. So therefore, I refrain from making some content and have a little break, because burnouts are a real thing. You can burn yourself out very quickly. And I think that a lot of people do that, and they come across like a robot while making content and not really engaging with the audience or understanding what people want to see. Do you know what I mean? Like, you got to study the game before you start it. That's one thing I will say, is me studying a little bit more about content and understanding what playing field I can come from as a content creator and what I can deliver to you guys. It allows me to see my own range in what I'm comfortable with doing, right? So there was a point when I'm not comfortable with taking you guys shopping or showing you certain things, because there's a point in me that feels like I'm still need to hold back. But what am I holding back for? Don't know. It's self-comfort. It's being comfortable in these positions. And I feel that at some points I put myself in an uncomfortable position by speaking about stuff like race in content and saying how things are, not knowing how people are going to perceive it, but understanding that we need to have uncomfortable conversations to grow. Like, that's my growth in my head, which is, it can't always be a wife or something. It can't always be that's, we've got to grow up past certain things, and things are phases. You understand? Phases come in, they go out. It's like trends. Trends come in and they go out. You got to understand what's going to sit for you is your genuineness. Me being as genuine as I am, it sits for me. I mean, I don't play up to be somebody else who I'm not. So when people see me or speak to me in the real flesh, yo, big man, it's the same person. When you're not going to get anybody else but me. Do you get it? And I think the confidence will allow you to open a different side of conversation, but also allow yourself to be more knowledgeable about your own content and the things which you do put out. You know, there's a long time ago, I got very mindful about the things which I've done when it comes to collaborations, because I have worked with a lot of big brands, which I'm very thankful for. And I never like under talk it at the end of the day. Come on, I'm a plumber with under 10K followers, and I was in a documentary with British Airways. I'm a plumber with under 10K followers, and I've been in an advert with VW, Volkswagen on TV. Let's not play games. I've been there. I've seen these heights, and it doesn't scare me. It just reaffirms that, you know what, you got something special, you know, or you've got a little bit of a talent which, if you work on, it could be something amazing. This could change your life. Because I watch other people's things. Like, I was watching a podcast with Mo Gilligan, and he sat down and he was talking. He was saying, you know, I was broke for so long through content, and finally, when I got that check, I felt like I was able to belong in certain places. I understand that, because there's a period of time which I've done content for a very long time, never getting paid, never seeing any money out of it. I'm just doing the content because I enjoy it. I like what I do. And I know that it helps some people. Yeah, big up Don, man. Big you up, bro. I was just reading his comment. My thought of trail, what I was saying. When you're in that place, yeah, it's like you don't know how long it's going to take for you to get onto the other side when you're making money. And is making money from it going to make everything all better? Sometimes it's going to make you feel a little bit better, because some of your hard work needs to be paid off at some point, right? It's nice that people like your posts. It's nice that people share your posts and all that. But the end goal is to be paid from it. And I feel that being able to be paid for what you do and what you enjoy, I mean, it's worth me quitting my trade, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Period. If I got a big check from something, a big nice check from something, I would quit the trade and focus more on the content and becoming bigger than what I am right at that specific point. I'll be honest, because I've realized, I've come to a point in life where I've understood that you can't do something forever, you know, and I would rather go out on a nice level than go out coming down and needing to do something. Like, sometimes it takes time for me to come away from being a plumber and just thinking about plumbing things and thinking that, oh, everyone will see me in my day of my life. They don't care. Let's keep it real, man. They don't care. I have to make them care. I have to show them the energy. You have to turn up like you want people to turn up for you. Smiling face. What's going on, guys? Just had a good eats today. Might do a mud bang with you lot later. I'll show you lot what I'm eating, blah, 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 blah. Let's connect a little bit more. But you can't stop being yourself at any of these points, because yourself is the most important part of all of this journey. You know, if you lose yourself, you start to think, oh, I've got 18K followers, I got this, I got that. But you're not really getting paid, my guy. I know that. I know that with a lot of these people. They're not getting no bread. They're not getting bread. And that's what we do things for. That's why I'm a plumber, so I can make money. But I've realized over the years that I've started to make more money in the content and maybe a little bit less money in the plumbing. But it just depends like what I'm doing. And I don't really want to rely on this too much. I want this to come up. So this and this is like this. So they're both of equal. So I guess I've got to work harder at both things, what I'm doing, and improve on my content, on my consistency, because consistency is the key. If you stay being consistent, stay turning up, stay doing lives, stay actively answering people's questions. Big up Don, he's turning 30 in May, yeah? I'm turning a little bit older than that in April though, bro. So, yeah, my guy. I feel it's just a journey which will bring you to a different place in life. Like a lot of people, I think a lot of people have got space to be in this content creating journey, or being on the internet and actually holding a place. Do you get it? I know all of us we don't know what to say, but sometimes we've got some good thoughts. Like some of my 30s videos, in your 30s, because I'm in my 30s, they've been hitting with people on the net, hitting, yeah, because I say real shit. I say real shit what I've been through. I say some real shit where, you know, about you having best friends and understanding what a best friend is for you. I say lessons which I've learnt myself about how others respect you or respect what you're doing at different points in your life. It means more. There's more significance in it. Less significance in it when you get older, because there's more of an expectation. Not expectation. There's people expect you to know more when you're older, right? But if you're a young wise person, yeah, all you now got to do is now play all these things into place. I've lived life. I've told people that before. I lived a wild life, vida loca style. Yeah, I've got bare stories what I could tell, but there's a lot of things which me myself, I'd never really want to incriminate myself. I'm not about that. I'm not about federal information on myself. I don't want other people to look at me. We've turned a leaf, and I say this when it comes to having chapters in my own life. Yeah, this is a chapter of content and a chapter of like telling and narrating a good story, but understanding that my story is so unique. It's not like anybody else's, not like anyone that you would heard of before. So it's all interesting for me to watch people that are on their journey and just listen to them at the end of the day, because we learn so much when we listen and we don't talk back, if you get what I mean. I've learned that over the years. Like, trust me, listen a little bit more and don't talk back so much, and you'll find some of the answers. And there are so many people who are on this content journey, and YouTube is the perfect place for you to learn some of the things which you want to learn. I learned so much. I self-taught myself so much stuff from YouTube. I mean, it's unbelievable. Even how to edit, how to post my things, how to make sure I was posting on time. All of these things I've learned myself. And I feel that a lot of us are in that self-learning place. Content is exactly the same thing. One thing I would say for you, if you are really, really serious about your content journey, yeah, go get a DJI Osmo 3, yeah? I'm never even sponsored by them, but the day when they sponsor me, you lot gonna know about it. But get yourself a DJI Osmo Pocket 3, yeah, and start pressing record, get your little mic, get set up, get a good light, and you're away. That's all you need. That's all you need. And all you need to bring other than that is your authentic self to the table. Bring your authentic self to the table, and trust me, you'll go clear. I followed you, brother. I'm just reading one comment what someone said. Yeah, I'll be myself in all my content. You know, I feel that. Look, you see, being original, yeah, and being yourself, yeah. Nobody can't tell you that you're anything else. I don't try to be like other people. I don't really try and talk about that many people, to be honest with you. We talk about the stuff what's happening in our lives. You understand? And that is good content as well. You know, as long as you're not name calling, I feel that that's really important. Somebody said that to me. My partner said that to me. You know, I can tell a good story, but make sure it's not name calling about someone else, because that's untasteful. You know, we're starting to grow older, and people will hold that against you. And when you do become really big, they will try to cancel you for something what you said time ago. So be mindful of that, man. That's one thing I will say. But start creating content, man. Again, my early days, I probably get like 10 likes on like a video. I'm getting 500 on a video. 500. Even for me, that's like, wow. I would like you guys to run it up even more, but I'm sure that some people will understand that their journey is not going to be easy like other people, because they still got to find themselves. There's a part of this journey when you're just being transparent with people, like you're growing. Like I'm in this stage where I'm growing, I'm learning so much about content. I don't meet up with as many content creators as I should, but hopefully I will start to. Yeah, my background, there's obviously washing hanging in it. I live in a real house in it, bro. So like these things are gonna happen. You know how it is, Don, man. People need to air out my washing and all that. So stuff has to be at the back. Know that I'm in construction. You see the jackets. They know what's up. It's aesthetics. It looks good. Gives a little shine off anyway. You know what I mean? But as long as you've got a decent little setup for you as a content creator, I would tell you to start, man. Remember, start posting on TikTok, start posting on YouTube, and just take your journey as it comes. Like, I could think about a video what to do daily, and I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to do a 7-day challenge where I come live every single day, starting from today, as like my content challenge. And we're going to talk about different stuff. All of them are going to be outside the niche of being a plumber. So be prepared for it. And make sure you always lock in, because it's going to be a minimum of 25 minutes live where we lock in, we talk, and we get to it. I just make sure that all of you guys are showing up who you showed up now. And we're going to talk about some of my content journey, and we're going to talk about a subject. Mainly, we're going to talk about a subject on it, but I will add in a part to the content creating on like what I started to do first. So the first things first, what you need to start doing is start recording with your mobile phone. When I don't record on this phone, but my other phone, I started with my phone, innit? It wasn't the best quality. It was what it was, but I was able to make videos. Again, start with what you have. If you ain't got the means or the capability to buy a camera, I got that camera and I've got another camera. I don't even know where it is now, but I've got 2 cameras. This camera is one of my main ones. This is the DJI Osmo, which you guys can see me on all the time. And it's very, very clear for a webcam. I use this for a webcam to go live. It's perfect. It's plug and play. Look at the clarity. I can even do 4K, but this is 1080p, but it's super clear. But yeah, you get the vibe. I want you guys to follow me through this journey, because this is going to be content creating, but the bits people don't tell you about. Yeah? Like what goes through your head, and maybe how it makes you feel something. I might do something like that. Let me know in the comment section what you want the next one to be, the next live to be actually, and I'll try and pick something from the comment section, and we'll make a episode on it for the next live, which will be tomorrow. So I'll see you there. I'm out now.